Hey, what's up, everybody? I got one question for you. Who's ready to trade? Let's go. It's your man J Life here. We're on the charts again. Jumping in, I want to talk to you about something very, 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 very special to me. It is called the moment of truth. Many of you guys have heard me say that before. This is the moment of truth. We're going to talk about the moment of truth in trading today. And you can see it very, very simply, and you'll be able to understand it pretty simply. I want to make sure that we get this down. So basically, the moment of truth is when the market comes back to where the original move started, or 100%. What do I mean by that? So we see this move right here. This is where the selling started. You see how we came down here, pushed it all the way back up, and then from this point on, the market just sold off. So based up on that, the moment of truth is going to be this area right here. Why do I say that? When the market comes back up here, if this area gets broken, you're almost guaranteed that this market's going to come to the next moment of truth, which would be right here. Why? Because this is where we start selling off down to here. We tried to get back up there, we couldn't. And then if that market gets broken, or that level gets broken, the market's going to try to come all the way back up here. That is what you call moments of truth. Very, very important points in the market. How do I get that? This is the highest point, right? This is where the market actually started to sell off. But before this, we were actually going up. And then the market really started to sell off right here. And we attempted to come back up, nowhere close, sold off some more. Attempted to come back up, nowhere close, sold off some more. Now we found a little support down here. And I expect this market this week to try to come back up here and try to get this level. When it makes it up here, when and if it makes it up here, this is going to be your moment of truth. If it rejects, we're coming right back down. And if it breaks, we're going up to the next level. That's why it's called the moment of truth, because a pretty big situation or move is going to happen at this level. Am I saying it's going to shoot to the moon or drop to the floor right away? No. You might get a little consolidation here, try to figure it out, and then a break or then a rejection. So it's not going to be like a tap. It could be, but typically it's not like a tap and go. It's going to try to fight for this level and then either make a decision up or down. So this is a moment of truth. We got 3 of them here that we're waiting for this week. And so as you're trading, this is basically called a 100% retracement. So if you had your fibs on it, and as you guys can see, this fibs is tracking retracement levels. So right now, and I'll show you my regular fibs here. So right now you can see after hitting a bottom, we've come back up 15% and 23.6%. We have not come up to 3.8. It's our 3.8, the 382. We have not come back up to 50%, 618, and so on. And so as you see at the top here, this will be a 100% retracement. Basically, the market comes back to where it started. And if it overtakes that level, meaning close above, there's a good chance it's going to continue up and try to get the next one. If it rejects that level, there's a good chance it's going to come down and pull back. And so you can find this very, very, very easily. You don't even need this fibs. It's easy to see. You're just going to start with your highest point and then all the way down to your lowest point. We could have stopped right here and tried it. We didn't make it, so we just kept going. But this was a level here. This is a top. This is a top. This is a top. This is a top. And then so that's on the downside. Let's see if we can find one on the upside. Perfect. Perfect. Here we go right here. So on the upside, you can see it here too. This is my bottom, and I'm tracking, just so you guys know, I'm tracking this from here all the way up to this top. And so I'm not going to do every one because they're pretty close, but there's one here, one here. I'm going to do this one here. This was a top. Actually, give me 1 second here. We don't want the tops, actually. We want the bottoms. So on the way up, we want the bottoms. You know why? So we're trying to see if this market can come back 100%. The market shot up here. We came back to this level. We did not make it back this low. So that's not 100% retracement. And then so forth and so on. Here's a pullback here. We'll use this one here too. And so basically what you're seeing is the market trying to come back. So the market came back up here. We tried to get back to this level where it started. So I'll always think about this. You're trying to get back to the starting point, where this market started. This market started buying right here. And then when it sold back down, we couldn't make it. This market started buying right here. We tried to get back to that spot, couldn't do it. Shot a little bit higher, tried again, couldn't do it. One more time, couldn't do it. Now this is another start of the market shooting up. So the market tried to come back down, couldn't do it. Tried again, couldn't do it. And so every time the market does that, I'll just mark this one up right here so you can see. I'm waiting for that market to try to come back 100% because that's going to be my moment of truth. So you guys see over here, we shot up. This is a pullback here. And typically on the way up, you're not going to get those. But eventually, I'm going to use this one too. There's another one right here. I'm not going to do every one. Eventually, like here on the other side, you see, eventually you're going to come back to those. This was a moment of truth. Close below, sold down to the next zone. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, this is the sauce. I marked this stuff up way over here. Eventually, you're waiting for the market to come back to those levels, that moment of truth. So the market started buying up right here, came back to the moment of truth, closed below, sank to the next zone. Then we started buying again, so you can use that same level, the same level up to here. And we found some support there, tried again. And look at this. Oh man, this is beautiful. Let me get these out of here so they don't confuse you. Let me get those out right there. I want you to see this. Man, I drew these way over here. Now look at this. This was a moment of truth, right? Moment of truth. We broke above. We got to retest. This market went up. Another moment of truth. I'm reading the market. It closed above, bought this thing back up. Another moment of truth. This is really consolidation though, but you can still trade it that way. This one actually closed below and then snapped back above. A little fake out right there. Gave you another close above, another chance to buy. So maybe you took a lesson on this. This depends on if you got your stop loss in profit. Look at that. Moment of truth again. Came back up. Then look at this. Closed below. Retested that zone. Sold it down to where? The next zone. Closed below. Retest that zone. Sold it down to where? The next zone. Man, are you guys seeing this? And that's where we are currently. So you guys know we dropped below. We held this zone. If this zone holds, I can almost guarantee you guys we're coming back up to this moment of truth. That's all the market does over and over and over again. It's try to prove itself with those moments of truth. So I'm going to recap really, really quick so you guys can get it. Really, really simple. Initially on this one, actually, I will go back to this one. So when the market's going up, you're looking for how far it pulls back. So I start at my lowest point possible. And I mean, I don't actually have to start at my lowest point possible. I just did it so you could see it. I could have started at any point and it still would have been relevant. But I'm going to go with the lowest point. Does the market come back to 100% where this one started? No, it does not. So now when this market pushes up past this level, it becomes another starting point. So this was a starting point. Now this is a starting point. Pushed it back up. Did we come back down to this one? Nope. This one right here could have been a starting point. And you see how it correlates with this. If I just drag this over, it's one and the same. They're the same area, essentially. A couple wicks below, but they're the same area. This was a starting point. We did come back 100% right here. This is good for you guys to see. But what happened when we came back 100%? Shot right back up. One more retest. Nope, we're not ready to. So this was a moment where this moment of truth kept pushing to the upside. We even tested it one more time, and it pushed to the upside. So this would be a respect of that level. Didn't break it. Pushed it up, came back down to this level. We were expecting it to maybe come down here. It did not. So this was my moment of truth, right? Right here. Look at this. We came up and we came back down to it, and we held the level. Time to go. These are great examples right here. Every last one of these zones are moments of truth. Moments of truth. Look at this. We started here, pushed up, came back to the moment of truth. Moment of truth held and shot us up. So those are good examples there. This one right here was a moment of truth. And as you see on this one, it shot us up. But when we came back the first time, we couldn't quite do it. The second time, there's the close below. That's what we want to see. And we know we're going down to the next one. The moment of truth, man. The moment of truth is like the easiest thing to see on the chart. The easiest thing to see on the chart, I'm telling you. I'm going to go back a little bit further away from here. Anyone can see that the market right here, let's say just right here, or even right here, this market started selling off. This was the top. So I didn't even go all the way to the very top. I could start from here. This market came down. Did it come back up to this level? No, it didn't. So couldn't make it to the moment of truth. Dropped down a little lower, and then made it back up to this point right here. So you see that? Dropped down, and then tried to back up to this level. The market got rejected and eventually sold off. Look at this. The market comes back to the moment of truth, you guys, where the selling started. And what tells you to sell is this candle right here. We had a push to this market. We held this area, and then we got a bearish engulfing. It's time to sell. They gave you a little retest right there to make your trade even more efficient. And then the market literally melted right there. The moment of truth. Do not sleep on the moment of truth. It will tell you everything you need to know. Perfect example right here. Look at this. This market started right here, pushed up. Where did it pull back to? Right here. I'm going to include the wick right here. This launched us all the way up. Where did the market come back to? The moment of truth. And it held it. So when would I know to buy this thing? I like that wick. That's going to tell me first. And then when I got this bullish engulfing candle, let me know we're ready to go. So as soon as that market closed, right there, you got a little retest of that candle, and you're buying that thing. Doesn't look like much. I mean, but that's sheesh. You got in right here. It's almost 50 pips. And then again down here, we came down strong. What tells me it's time to buy? This guy right here. Boom. We held this level. We did not close below. And matter of fact, we shot and closed back above. You could have taken the trade right here or wait for that retest at this level. And boom, you're ready to go. The first one gave you over 57, if you caught that one. Second dip gave you about 53. And this one actually never came back. And the market eventually took off. So do not sleep on the moment of truth, you guys. The moment of truth happens in every market all the time. Every time frame, all the time. When you can master that, you're just waiting for the market to come back and make a decision. And then be able to read those decisions. We came up here, strong rejection. We know it's time to sell. We came down here. We tried to get below, strong rejection. We know it's time to buy. Boom. That gave you over 100 pips with those two trades right there. And if you held out, you got a lot more. So I hope you guys got that. That's the moment of truth. Don't you worry. There's more to come on that one for sure. The moment of truth. Let's go.